mathematics, town of geometry, lived two families, rectilinear and curvilinear families. They were neighbors, but as every good neighbors, they also had never-ending rivalry. They both considered themselves as superior to each other. One fine morning, this is what happens.
I'm fed up of these round creatures in the neighborhood. I've told them 100 times not to park their car in front of my beautiful hexagonal garden. But they are so stubborn, I can't tell.
Oh yes, my dear friend. Yesterday, those curvy kids were about to break my favorite car. I just wonder, why don't their parents teach them some values? Well, we have raised our kids very well.
Oh yes, I'm so proud of my straight background and legacy. They'll never understand our rich culture and heritage.
This is what is going on in the other house.
Someday I'm going to teach the linear people a lesson. I'm telling you, who has given them right to scold my scroungy little babies?
What do they think of themselves? Snobs, all of them.
You're right, Dad. They think themselves to be very classy and everybody else as inferior.
So, this was the story of two loving neighbors. Once, their children had a fight over the fact that whose family is most respected in the town of geometry, and so did their families. Everyone in their neighborhood tried to resolve the issue, but all their efforts went in vain. Just then, their common friend, Mrs. Polynomial, from the city of Algebra, was here to visit the town of geometry. Heard the news. She was very disappointed to see her friends fighting. She decided to end this long-lasting rivalry for once and for all. She invited both the families at her place, while both of them weren't aware of each other's presence. I am as curious as you are to see what happens at Mrs. Polynomial's place. So, let's go and see.
Oh, hello, Miss Polynomial.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Trapezium. How are you?
Good evening, Aunt Polynomial.
Good evening, kids. Look at you. You people are growing so fast.
Oh yes, my sides are longer than his.
Oh, Miss Polynomial, what are the circular people doing here?
As if we were dying to see them.
Oh, look at this liar. I vouch on my equal diagonals. I didn't say anything to him. It was he who was teasing me, saying that I don't have any property of my own, as if he has any property of his own.
Never mind, brother. He's not even complete.
Hold your tongue, you two.
Stop it, children. You belong from respectable families. This kind of behavior doesn't suit you.
They need to learn how to behave, Uncle Polynomial.
Hello friend, good to see you. How's everything?
Just fine. Our friend Mr. Circle is also here. I think you people should greet each other.
That's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, my dear friends, why do you and your families keep fighting all the time? What's the issue?
Nothing, Mr. Polynomial. It's just that Mr. Circle is not ready to accept the fact that we are the most respected people in the town. He is not acknowledging that our ancestors, polygons, have contributed a lot to the geometry. That is why geometry is such a wonderful thing today.
Aha! If Mr. Parallelogram is proud of his prestigious family, so are we. I'm proud to give the contribution in the construction of all families in our town.
Alright, hold on. I think it's very important for you to know about each other. Then only you'll realize each other's importance.
As you say, my friend, let me have this honor to introduce me and my prestigious family. Hello, I am parallelogram, son of quadrilateral. One of the special feature of mine is that my sides are opposite and so are my angles. An amazing feature, you know, that my adjacent sides are supplementary and even my diagonals bisect. I am proud of my properties. Now let me introduce you to my wife, Mrs. Trapezium.
I am trapezium and one pair of my opposite sides are parallel.
Why? What happened to the other pair?
Oh, they are not parallel. This eldest son rectangle.
Oh yes, I am the eldest son of my family. I and my brother, Rhombus and Square, have inherited my father's property, along with amazing qualities I have inherited from my father. I have two qualities of my own. All the angles are 90 and my diagonals are equal.
Oh, my firstborn, I'm so proud of you.
My mom is proud of the 4 right angles of my brother's square and rectangle, but my diagonals bisect each other and make 90-degree angles.
Okay, I have had enough display of your self-appreciation skills. Now let me introduce you to my family. I'm Mr. Circle, head of the curvilinear family. I have infinitely many diameters, chords and radius, and the diameter is twice my radius. And one more property that I have is that the angle made by an arc at my center is double the angle that the made on remaining part of my circle. Isn't that great? And I'm proud father of my eldest son semicircle and son sector.
You know, Squire, all your angles are right angles, and those angles are made on my boundaries. So, I am no less than you see?
My dear brother is absolutely right. And I am sector made of an arc and two radii.
Now you see, friend, parallelogram without arcs of dear circle.
Yes, I do realize.
And you, Mr. Circle, all diameters, chords, radii belong to Mr. Parallelogram's family. You're right on that, friend. Now do you people understand each other's importance? This town of geometry cannot complete without you and your family. Both of you are inseparable parts of the geometry.
Yes, I do realize the importance of Mr. Circle in the construction of all the families in the town.
So do I, Mr. Parallelogram. I wasn't aware of the amazing properties you and your son have. I'm thankful of your dear friend Polynomial for making us aware.
We all promise that from today we won't fight with each other and respect each other's family.
We promise.
So, from good neighbors, rectilinears and curvilinears eventually became very good neighbors, and lines and curves became friends.